Welcome back to Magnetic Manifesting. We are today talking about the rather gorgeous full moon in the incredibly awesome sign of Aquarius, happening on the 9th of August at around 7:25 a.m. GMT time at 16 degrees of Aquarius. So this full moon happening at the Cancerian degree, 16 degrees is the degree of Cancer, giving us a little taste of what it is that we need to be working with this lunation, because we have a 16-degree full moon. The themes are going to be tied into security, family, home, our feelings, and ultimately what it is we want to protect and let go of, because we also have, alongside the 16 degrees, we have the Sabian symbol, which is all to do with the protector, right? And so the Sabian symbol for 16 degree of Aquarius will be the watchdog standing guard, guarding your emotional boundaries, which gives us even more a taste of what this full moon is about. Because not only do we have this full moon in Aquarius, this full moon is actually unaspected, meaning that it isn't actually making any conversation with any other planet in the sky. Right now, the way the cosmos is set out, the full moon will be fully potent in Aquarius, rebel, with no boundaries, no limits, because it's free to express itself, which I feel is really, really poignant, because Aquarius is all about self expression, rewriting the rules, breaking the boundaries, and living life in its own terms, as well as doing that with the overall view of having the collective in mind. And how beautiful that we have this 16 degree in, the 16 degree is a Cancerian degree. This is all about, not only do I want to carve out my own path, carve out my own story, do things my way, how can I do that whilst honoring my truth and bringing my people with me, while nurturing the people that I love and calling in more of those connections. And this is what the full moon is about. And even though this full moon is unaspected, what we will look at is the ruler of the full moon, and the ruler of the moon will be Saturn. Why is that? Well, because Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius. And so when we look at, okay, the moon is now sitting in Aquarius, we want to start looking at the ruler of the moon, and the ruler of the moon is Saturn. What is Saturn doing? Girl, Saturn is making a conversation in the sky, is standing opposing Mars, the planet of aggression, passion, drive, getting things done, volatility, disruption, speaking your truth, right? Saturn is about constraint, about restriction. It's about getting things done in an orderly fashion. It's about rewriting, redoing, working diligently to have long-lasting foundations. Whereas Mars wants to charge in full steam ahead, get things done instantly. Saturn is asking us to hold back, to think of the plan, the bigger picture, so we can move forward with long-lasting results. Not only that, the aspects are also making a kite formation in the sky, meaning that Saturn and Mars are also having conversations in the sky with Pluto and Uranus sextiling and trining, making a beautiful trine and sextile aspect, forming a huge kite in the sky at the moment of this new moon. Okay, so before we get into everything, I am Jack Scott Lee. I am your host and your spiritual bestie, delivering you all the information, all the juiciness, all the cosmos, all the spiritual movie that you need to manifest your biggest dreams, goals, and desires, and work with the energy of the universe to get ahead and call in all your manifestations. First of all, even though we have this full moon in Aquarius, that does not mean it'll just affect Aquarians. It's going to affect everybody, because we all have Aquarius somewhere within our birth chart. Okay, and so the people that will be feeling this the most are the fixed signs, because you'll be squaring and opposing. So that means that people like, obviously, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. If you have planets around 16 degrees, give or take 5 degrees either side, you guys will be feeling this like in a very challenging way. So that's Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus, right? You guys will be feeling this the most, okay? Because you'll be called to challenge and take action because you'll be experiencing squares and oppositions and conjunctions to Aquarius. The full moon is going to be making an opposition to Pluto and Saturn, the depositor, shall I say, and that means that the energy is calling for you to shed old skin, to not only use the full moon to let go of what's no longer serving you, it's actually to also manifest where it is you want to be going, using that Mars energy to charge forward fearlessly. Saturn is giving you the power and the strength to stand up for what you believe is right. This is Aquarius, humanitarian energy. All right. Knowing that you have this Cancerian 16 degree, this is about protecting your emotions. Your focus is going to be on your security, your home, connected to your family, the people that you call your family. The full moon is also going to be about nurturing yourself. You know, maybe even time to withdraw. You know, the full moon is always a great time to go within. It's a great time to practice spirituality. It's a fantastic time for you to do the work when it comes to journaling, releasing, meditating, thinking about where it is you want to be going, calling in the energy of the moon to help you move forward fearlessly, whilst letting go of old versions of you which are no longer serving you. Okay. Because the full moon is usually a huge energetic emotional release. Okay, especially in Aquarius, because Aquarius is about liberation. Aquarius is about it's about being free, all right, being the rebel, being unique, and it's asking you to, right, how can you embrace your unique qualities? How can you live truly to yourself? Where is it that you have not been expressing yourself or holding back? You know, where is it that you have been playing safe? Because Aquarius is about standing right out from the crowd. It's about being the black sheep. It's about being misunderstood. It's about actually, I'm going to shine my light so brightly, and in doing that, you will then call upon your soul tribe. Okay. So yeah, the fixed signs you're gonna be feeling the most, all right. But also, if you are a Gemini, a Libra, Aries, and Sagittarius, right? Especially if you have planets around 16 degrees of this full moon, you guys are going to be sextiling and trining. So you guys will be feeling this in a very harmonious way. So this will be a very, very beneficial full moon for you guys. So that's your Libras, Geminis, Aries, Sagittarius. You guys are going to be feeling this in a very harmonious way. All right. Aquarius energy is about asking you to emotionally detach from situations and seeing the bigger picture rather than being like, overly sentimentally involved in things. It's about taking a step back and liberating yourself and freeing yourself from constraint, from old ways. It's about being authentic and standing out from the crowd, because the more you can do that, the more you can be you, the more your manifestations will roll in. All right. This is about finding your community. This is about forward thinking in the future. This is about what is that I want to manifest, how am I going to manifest that, working with your peoples, calling in your peoples, because Aquarius, even though Aquarius is about, this rebel energy, it's also about the collective too, because whatever Aquarius wants to do is because he wants to raise the vibration of the collective by always thinking outside of the box and always being, that bit more unique and woo-woo, which is why Aquarians always seen as the aliens of the zodiac, shall we say? All right. So let's get into what I'm going to be doing. Is I'm going to be going through all of the signs. Or shall we talk a bit more about the aspects? Should we talk a bit more about the aspects before we go sign by sign? Because we're going to be having Mars opposing Saturn opposing Mars, right? So this energy is all going to be about us calling in what it is that we are wanting to go towards, when it comes to our dreams, goals, and desires, especially Mars in Libra too. This is about connections. This is about, the connections that are no longer working for us anymore. Who is it and what is that can I let go of? And also, this is about, okay, putting my drive, passion, energy into things, people, situations that are going to bring me to my highest purpose and my highest good, and bring me into alignment to my dreams, goals, and desires. You are going to be blessed with, all of us, Uranus and Pluto, because these planets are going to be harmoniously trining and sextiling the Saturn Mars opposition, forming a kite formation in the sky. And so when we have this kite formation in the sky, this is like a really auspicious energy, because it's quite a unique aspect, because, and this is going to be involving all, a lot of the outer planets, right? And the kite formations asking us to be unique, to value your freedom, to be creative, to add spontaneity into your life, to deeply transform, to let go of old versions of you, to shed skin, to know that if you want to achieve your goals, your dreams, and your desires, that you are going to have to let go of versions of you which aren't able to meet you there, because you can't go to new places with old shit, right? So the new version of you, or the future version of you, has already experienced the past version. So it's about letting go of, where's my earring gone? It's about letting go of outdated stories, situations, scripts that we tell ourselves. I can't do this because X, Y, and Z, or my my abundance story is because my parents have been this way, or I've always done this way. This is why it's like that. Well, you like the full moon is calling us to remove limiting beliefs, to call in abundant future. All right. Um, I'm going to pull tarot for each of the signs. So we're going to do tarot, and I'm also going to do. My earrings were popping off today. I'm going to do tarot, and I'm also going to be doing the sign by sign for each of the signs. So if you listen for your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign, this will be the absolute best for you. If you don't know your rising sign, pop your details into a birth chart calculator, right? And if you do that, you'll get your whole chart. You want to go into like a real type formation, and you want to look at all of the houses for you, and look at your first house to see your rising sign, right? So your rising sign is most important, followed by your sun sign and your moon sign too. All right, and the more accurate the time is, the better. Okay, because the rising sign will change every 2 hours. If you want a book a person reading with me, well, I have a 5-week waiting list on that. So make sure you book in with one of those, and check out the Decode Your Birth Chart, course, which I have created just for you. We have a pre-sale, which is going to be ending very, very soon. So make sure you sign up for that. It's like a 10-hour video course where you can learn everything about astrology, so you can confidently not only read your chart, but read the charts of others professionally if you choose to do so. Okay, so before we carry on, I'm going to get myself a drink. 1 second. Fabulous. So let's get into the sign by sign reading. Starting with, let me just grab all my notes. Very organized today. Starting with Aries. Aries rising, sun and moon. 9th of August, you have a full moon at 16 degrees of Aquarius, happening for you in your 11th house. The 11th house for you rules your community, your friends, and your long-term goals, your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. All right. So it could be for you. I will find that around the time of the full moon, you might be reevaluating and stepping out and actually retreating from communities and friends, friendship circles, groups, and teams that no longer reflect who you truly are, who you are now, because you are constantly changing. You have Pluto here as well, right? For the next over a decade, so you're going to be transforming so much when it comes to your friendship circles, when it comes to the groups that you're part of, when it comes to Aquarius to related things, such as the things that you believe in, humanitarian things, the things that you want to fight for, right? And actually, you may be calling in now things that, or people who are more on your vibe, and that's okay too, because life is constantly changing, life is constantly transforming, and that's okay too. It's all about learning, it's all about transformation. Some people are going to be in your life forever, some people are not going to be. Everyone's on their own journey, and that is okay too. You are going through so many changes. You have Saturn, Neptune dipping in and out of your first house. You are going on a huge spiritual up level, and along with that, you are gonna be, reflecting on, well, who do I want to have along the journey with me? That is totally fine. That is totally normal. So don't beat yourself up too much about that, right? And alongside this energy, you will have Mars in the seventh house for you, and this is going to be about putting more pressure on your relationships when it comes to not only love relationships, but also relationships, when it comes to your contracts that you're signing, business contracts, your family dynamics. Okay. You'll be having the Saturn Mars opposition in your first and seventh house. This is about you and I, as opposed to them and relationships too, right? First house is you, seventh house is your relationships. And so this is about deep commitment or breaking free. So some of you may find that, during this full moon, you might be letting go of not only friendships, but also lovers too, or taking your relationship to the next level. Okay. The full moon in 11th house is also about restructuring or refocusing on your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Because 11th house is also your biggest manifestations. And so calling in people who are going to help you achieve what you want and bring you close to your goals. All right. Calling in people who want you to shine bright, what I mean, and who aren't going to hold you back and make you play small. Okay. Yes. And so the tarot for you, you have the Three of Cups. Yes. Three of Cups for you. This is about celebration with your people. Full moon in the 11th house. There could be a culmination point where you and your friends are going to be celebrating something, some good news ahead. A group project may be coming to a culmination point. This is about celebrating, having fun. Good news is coming in during in and around this full moon, calling in your people, your soul tribe, your family, to laugh and help you express your inner child. Good luck with that. Okay, so if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, the full moon happening in your house of your career and your public persona. This will be your 10th house. So the spotlight for you will be on your career and your public life. Okay. So you might be feeling like really tired around the time of the full moon, because the full moon can literally deplete your energy. And there could be a lot going on at work for you right now. You could be closing a cycle when it comes to a work chapter. You might be going from one job to another. You might be calling in a new job prospect as well. You may be thinking about, is what I'm doing, if you're in employment, is my career fulfilling me? Or if you're looking for your purpose, you're probably thinking, oh, what is my purpose? Is my role? Is how I'm seen by others is actually fulfilling me? Is how I'm seen by others in fact who I actually am? Is there a incongruence there? What needs to be sorted out in that arena? You might be thinking about, um, you know, is my job fulfilling me? Are my relationships fulfilling me? And I say relationships as well because the 10th house also rules, your public persona. So things like, if I'm married, am I single? Is it serving me? This is also things like your family, see, because the 10th house also rules parents. So there could be something around uh, their their purpose and their roles that could be changing too. All right. Mars in the 6th house asking you to get productive when it comes to your health and your routines, and Saturn in the 12th is saying don't sacrifice your self worth and your mental well-being when it comes to getting what you want. Okay, so it could be that your work has been so crazy for you the last few weeks that your health has suffered, your mental health has suffered. So the full moon is now asking you to take a step back to reevaluate and realign what is that I'm actually doing, and is it fulfilling me? Is it nurturing me? Is it bringing out the best in me? And actually, am I able to look after myself while still going for my goals, dreams, and desires? Do I have balance in these arenas? you know. And also with this energy, it's about redefining success on your own terms. Okay. So, what does the tarot have to say for you? You have the chariots. So the chariot is all go, go, go. You have been super, super busy. The chariot card in the 10th house is about career opportunities coming in, work news coming in, could be possibility of travel around work as well. There could be opportunities for you to either up level through your career or your social status or through partnerships, but also as well, there could be opportunities for you to, what's that word called? To be promoted or being thrust into the spotlight somehow within your, either, I can't get my words out, either within your own arena or in the realm of the public too, right? Could be on social media, for example, you know. Opportunity flowing in, busy, busy, busy. Uh, the Saturn Mars opposition is asking you to, amongst all that crazy busyness, is to honor your feelings, honor your intuition, listen to your truth, take a step back to nurture and make time for self care. All right. Healthy habits too. Mars in 6th house is about getting organized and having better coping mechanisms and better health habits too. Okay. If you're a Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, this will be happening in your 9th house. The 9th house for you, Gemini, is all about your spiritual beliefs. It's international travel too. It's all about studying and spirituality and your global connections. This is your global wake up call to expand your horizons. If you've been stuck in a rut, the full moon is asking you to release your old philosophies and limiting beliefs about what do you think is possible for you. What is it that you think is possible? Because actually, with the full moon, and also with the universe, right? Because we are so abundant, the universe has no limits. You know, there's no like limit on what you can have, what you can manifest. And so the full moon is asking you to go deep, go wild, go absolutely outrageous when it comes to manifesting your biggest goals, and dreams, and desires. Because there's no budget, right? There really isn't. Full moon in the 9th house would be a great time to think about booking a trip, booking a solo travel. International travel is beckoning and calling you. Retrograde is finishing. Great time to book those flights. If you're thinking about starting a new course, absolutely go for it. You could be finishing a course and maybe thinking about now teaching what you know. You know what I mean? Great time to find new spiritual gurus and healers. Great time to express and learn and teach what you know and also expand your horizons too. So it could be connecting with new mentors, new coaches, new courses. Either you learning those or you teaching those to others. All right. So you have Mars in your 5th house. So this is about sex, passion, and dating, and putting your energy into your creative talents. Okay, your kids could be acting up to with this energy if you have kids. All right, Saturn's in the 11th house, asking you to get a plan together when it comes to manifesting. Okay, because Saturn in the 11th house wants you to achieve your goals, but you need to have an action plan so you can actually have a long lasting results. Okay, asking you, are your actions aligned with what you're building? Okay, and so the card for you is strength. Okay, knowing that you have everything within you to absolutely achieve what you want. Some of you might be thinking about relocating on this full moon. You know, this is a Cancerian degree after all. So some of you might be thinking about relocating. Some of you think you might want to take a year out and travel the world, for example. You know, over the next 6 months. Some of you may be wanting to study abroad, maybe, or teach in another country, or teach a foreign subject, right? Just know, non-tax can also rule legal things too, right? Legal battles and things, visas, all that sort of stuff. So just know that you have everything within you to tackle anything that comes up. All right, you are absolutely in a powerhouse. Okay, and also as well, sometimes when the strength card comes up, and I feel it can also mean that sometimes being silent, saying nothing, is also a superpower too. You don't have to be full on rage. You can sometimes just go within and say nothing, and that's also powerful too. It's about picking your battles. Okay, especially with Mars in Libra now, it's about picking your battles. Okay. All right, so if you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, this will be happening in the 8th house. the most spiritual house. This is about sex, intimacy, shared resources, finance, trust. This is a huge, full moon's about transformation and letting go of, right? Deep emotional transformation is unfolding in these areas. Okay, when it comes to sharing money with a partner, how you do that, there could be conversations around how you want to share money, whose money is who's paying what, how are we putting our resources together, working the team to get things done. It's about you letting go of any issues that you may have when it comes to intimacy and trust. Have those been breached? If so, can you move forward? Or is it that I've been burnt in the past and now I'm too scared to, even though I'm creating intimacy and I want intimacy and I want to take my relationship to the next level, am I able to allow myself to be vulnerable to do that? This is about allowing something in your inner world to die so you can be reborn, because this is the house of death and rebirth. Okay, maybe fear and trauma, or something outdated like limiting belief needs to be let go of now. Pluto is in the mix along with Uranus. This is a sexual and trying harmonious aspect, asking you to fully acknowledge and then let go and then release, because in doing so you can then be reborn and fly like the phoenix. You know what I mean? This is the phoenix. I use that as an example because this is the eighth house, and the eighth house is about Scorpio, as is Pluto. Pluto and Mars are in the mix. They are both the rulers of Scorpio, right? And this is about rebirth and transformation. Okay, you have Mars in the fourth house. Okay, so you could be Mars in the fourth house could bring like tension around the home, right? But it can also be a great time to renovate and decorate, right? You might be even thinking about moving and relocating. Great time to do that. Saturn is in the 10th house for you. Okay, so this is about structure, getting a plan together, long-lasting foundations. There could be restrictions or delays when it comes to work, but there also could be signing of contracts, which could be long-lasting too. All right, giving you security, giving you more security, so you can then maybe expand your home too. Tarot for you is, yes, Seven of Wands. This is the eighth house is the shadow house, right? This is to do with letting go of limiting beliefs, okay? Letting go of outdated ideas and things that are holding you back, and speaking more kindly to yourself. The Seven of Wands is also about, I talked about Mars opposing your 10th house. So there could be conflict when it comes to anything to do with work and home, or it could be to do with parental figures too. There could be something that needs to be addressed somewhere. Just know that you do have the upper hand. That does not mean that you have to go in all guns blazing, but it can mean that you can speak and express yourself in healthy ways to get what you want, also by listening to, okay? Good luck with that. Okay, so if you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, the full moon will be happening on the in your seventh house axis. Sorry, seventh house axis, 9th of August, seventh house axis, right? 16 degrees of Aquarius. Your first and seventh house are activated. This is all about relationships for you, all about relationships, okay? Past, present, and potential relationships. The full moon is going to illuminate all the dynamics, and you need to release old stories, past lovers, um, rewriting your love stories when it comes to commitment, the love that you want, love on your terms, for example, letting go of anything which is no longer serving you, old love stories, old lovers, all that thing. Just let it go, honey, let it go, right? Yeah, you have Mars in the third house. So actually, it's a great time to communicate what you want, because the more you can express and communicate what you want, right? And quite passionately, you see, Mars is here. So just be careful when you have Mars in the third house, and you might actually you may come across a bit combative when you speak. All right, so we make sure you speak more clearly with communication, right? Saturn will be in the ninth house for you. So this is about wisdom and speaking with knowledge. So it's like, okay, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot through my vast experience when it comes to love and romance, seventh house things. Now I have experienced that. I've learned the lessons. Saturn, ninth house. I want to move forward with that. How can I do that safely? Okay. So this could be also about letting go of partnerships that are draining you and dulling your light, Leo. All right, and making space for true alliances. Okay, so your card will be the Wheel of Fortune. Just know you are so blessed, so protected. Your first and seventh house are so little. Your first, seventh, fourth, and tenth house, all whenever you have like a lunation or any like major thing going on in any of the angular houses, will activate your whole chart. You know, the birth chart is a whole circle. You have all these activations going on. So just know that this is your time to shine. The full moon is fully supporting you. Abundance is rolling in, especially in the realms of self-care, self-love, calling in love, calling in abundance, calling in security, because this is a Cancerian degree, and also you have Mars and Saturn in the fourth and tenth house. This is all about manifesting all the things that you want when it comes to home, career, and love. Okay, so moving forward, Virgo, for you, Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. This is happening for you in the sixth house. Okay, the sixth house rules your daily routines, your health, and your habits. Okay, can be enemies, can be pets too, can be people that you employ, places that you visit frequently. The moon is going to be shining its light on this area. It's like the area of like all the little things, you know, places that we go all the time. Full moon is a great time to let go. So for you, Virgo, you love to organise. So this is about thinking about, well, what is eating up into my time? What can I let go of? What can I delegate? What is no longer serving me? Are my day-to-day habits and rituals? Do I have any? Are they serving me? Do I have healthy habits? Do I have good coping mechanisms? Am I over serving other people more than serving? This is a real Virgo thing. Am I over serving other people than myself? All right. Um, am I overly helping other people and causing myself detriment? You know, I always say to my Virgos that actually you want to try and save yourself before you save other people. You know what I'm saying? Mars is in your second house, asking you to put your passion and energy into your money story. Saturn is in the eighth house as well, reminding you that you are so worthy and so deserving of abundance. It's going to be helping you restructure your finances. There could be some like blockages when it comes to oh, your tarot card just shut out. Let's have a look what it was. Oh yeah, so I'll do it in a second. So for you, there could be some delays when it comes to shared resources. So double check all your finances when it comes to money owed to you. Mars is in the second house, so there could be a lot of drive, energy, passion into creating more cash and putting energy into your work. All right, so the card that fell out for you is Queen of Cups. This is about nurturing yourself. As we talked about, you have the full moon in the sixth house, whereas the sixth house energy is always about nurturing others. The full moon is asking you to still do that, but also make sure you're nurturing you too, because the more that your cup is overflowing, the more you can give others. You can't give to others when you are running on empty. Okay, Virgo? All right, where are we? I think we're halfway through. So, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am one of you. I'm Libra Rising, honey. For us, we have the full moon in the fifth house. This is about creativity, pleasure, and romance taking center stage for this full moon, right? The full moon is asking you, are you dimming your light? Mars is in your first house. Mars is in our first house, yeah. This is about going all in on you, shining your lights, doing what makes you happy, being vibrant, being authentic, Aquarius, right? Doing more of what lights you up, doing more of the things. The fifth house is your inner child too, ruled by Leo, usually. So it's about what is it lights me up. You know, calling in your inner child, doing more things that light you up, because the more you can do that, the more the abundance rolls in. Saturn is in your seventh house, challenging your relationships, asking you to put in more boundaries when it comes to all relationships, whether it be boundaries in love, boundaries in work partnerships, boundaries with your family, boundaries with your friends. Okay, this is about rewiring all of that. Okay, you are being asked to create and be authentic, be bold, be you, shine your light. Because the more you can do that, the more the more the lovers will roll in, the more the money rolls in, and the opportunities roll into. Okay, what is our card? Let's have a look. Awesome. King of Swords. Right, I feel it's a very Libra card. King of Swords is definitely an air sign card, right? And it's definitely a very Aquarian card too. Okay, King of Swords. Okay, and so this is about balance. This is about where can I create harmony with our relationships. The first and seventh house axis is lit up with this full moon, Saturn opposing Mars in the sky. How can I be authentically me? And in doing so, how can I boldly be myself and not be worried that if I show too much of myself, people aren't going to like me. But actually, Aquarius doesn't give a f if people like them or not. So we are tapping into Aquarius energy of this full moon. The Aquarius energy is in your fifth house, my love. So tapping into more of that energy, having fun, enjoying your life. King of Swords is asking you to cut away anything or anyone who's holding you back, dulling your sparkle, and calling the people that are going to allow you and help you to shine your light and support you and worship the fabulousness that you are. Okay, so good luck with that. If you are a Scorpio, Scorpio sun, moon, and rising, the full moon for you will be happening in the fourth house. The fourth house for you is all about your home and your family, your nurture, your inner world, okay? Your emotions. Scorpio, you know all about those, don't we? But ultimately, the fourth house is your foundation, your family, and your inner world as well, all right? So, the full moon in the fourth house, this is a completion of a cycle when it comes to your family story. Some of you may be thinking about relocating. Some of you are thinking about putting to bed like a whole family saga. And it could be like one of your caregivers could have been like really going through it, and there could be like an ending site for them where they can finally see a reprise. A reprise. All right, and the you have Mars ruler in the 12th house. So some of you might be having repressed emotions, inner rage. Great time to work on some journaling, self care with Mars in the 12th house. Meditation is always good for that, or even working out at night, or doing like self care rituals. Saturn is in the sixth house for you, asking you to work on your mental health, to make time for you, to journal, to do the affirmations, to think about healthier habits, my day-to-day routines, what's no longer working for me, what can I call in to be more my authentic self, structure, letting go of limiting beliefs, because when we have Mars in the 12th and Saturn in the 6th, it's about, some of you might be going through a lot mentally, and it's about addressing that and maybe working with a therapist or doing some like self-reflection work or journaling work as well. It's time to release your family stories, because your family karma, family history, family story isn't you. You get to rewrite your own story. Okay, let go of that baggage and reclaim your frequency and be authentically you, because the universe is supporting you. Okay, so what is your card? Let's have a look. So yes, Eight of Cups. As mentioned, this is your time to walk away from family stories, or even actual people in your family who are no longer serving you. You know what I mean? It might be that you are deciding that, okay, I'm going to put a boundary in place here, because yes, we might be family, but that does not mean you get to speak to me a certain way, have access to me a certain way. So putting boundaries in, letting go of old stories, anything that's no longer serving you in the realms of home and security. You may even be physically moving home. You know what I mean? It's a good time to do that, or start the ball rolling when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? You could be burying the hatchet and making amends when it comes to family stories too. Ultimately, knowing that you are walking away and you've learned so many things. You've learned so much from the situation, and now you are moving forward into pastures new. All right. All right, so if you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, the full moon at 16 degrees of Aquarius will be happening in your third house of communication. Messages from the universe coming through, downloads coming through. The full moon activating communication, learning a local environment. Some of you might be traveling short distance, buying a new car, maybe, or letting go of like an old car. You might have a revelation around a contract. Yeah, this could be good. There could be news regarding siblings. Could be shocking. Could be surprising. Uranus is in the mix. Uh, you know, um, something that you once believed is no longer true. All right, could be to your friends, could be to your siblings, could be to your neighbours, could be something to your local area. Um, Mars in the 11th house can cause disagreements with friendship circles too, or putting your passion into your dreams, goals, and desires. This is about networking to get what you want. Saturn's in the 5th house, asking you to do the hard work when it comes to your business, when it comes to making money. And also know that not every opinion deserves your energy too. Okay, stay focused to what lights you up. All right. So, your tarot is Ace of Swords. Okay, so like I said, full moon in the third house is about clear communication. So you might be letting go of old friendships, calling in new ones. You may be finishing a project and putting it out there. This is a great time to manifest anything to do with communication, to do with book launches, writing something new, new blogs, new podcasts, new skills, signing up for something where you can learn something new. You can monetize that as well. Great time to make plans when it comes to travel. Great time to look at, but not sign contracts. Okay. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for you. The full moon is happening in your second house. I thought the house of self worth of many. Yes, this is your abundance story. This is your money story. Time to get serious about your self worth because do you believe you are worthy and deserving of all the abundance of the universe? Because you so are. You so are. This full moon is revealing to you where you've been undervaluing your time, your talent, and your truth. Okay, Mars is in the 10th house, asking you to move towards your passion, move towards your career that lights you up. Saturn is in your fourth house, asking you to create stability when it comes to your home life, when it comes to your family, when it comes to your roots. Okay, um, you're being asked to align your money story with the energy and drive that you put into. So it could be like, does my work fulfill me? Is this my life purpose? Um, are old money beliefs holding me back? This is time to let go of those and transform because Pluto is in the mix. Uranus in the mix. There could be some surprise opportunities that are coming in with that when it involves money stories where money could be flowing in. There could be some surprise things to pay out too. There could be like some angst or disagreements at work, but there also could be some amazing opportunities too because Mars is in the mix, Saturn is opposing. It's about okay, two steps forward, one step back. It could be that okay, I've got this amazing opportunity for me to relaunch, to up level, but there's some things I need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? It's not about it's not just about shooting the dart and going forward fearlessly. It's about going after what you want with a really structured, good plan. Saturn's helping you. Okay. Your tarot for this full moon, Capricorn. Nine of Cups. Grant your wish when it comes to money. Grant your wish because it will be granted. But the universe wants to deliver all the abundance to you. But do you believe you're truly worthy and deserving? Know that there is no budget when it comes to your manifestation. The universe has no limit to what you can achieve and desire. The only limits are your mindset and your frequency. So for you, I call you to do the work when it comes to self-belief, self-love. The more you can love yourself and believe that you're truly worthy and deserving of all the abundance, success, and security, the universe wants to deliver and bless your ass. So go for it. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so if you are an Aquarius sun, moon, and rising, this is your full moon, honey. This is your energetic reset. I am one of you. I'm an Aquarius sun. Full moon in your first house at 16 degrees. Time to nurture yourself. Time to self care yourself. Time to do all the things to make you feel really, really good. This is your cosmic glow up. This is a time for you. Pluto's in the mix in your first house, asking you to transform on all levels. Mars in 7th house is asking you to let go of outdated relationships, love stories, anything that's no longer serving you or holding you back. Okay, you have Uranus and Pluto who are harmoniously aspecting you too. What else do I want to say about that? Where are we? Uranus and Neptune, of course. Uranus and Neptune are in the mix, asking you to call in your manifestations that are going to be shock surprises, which are going to help you up level and call in all the things that you want. If anything is no longer aligning with you, allow them to go and fall away. All right, this is your time to release. Get rid of the debris, the debris. Let the trash take itself out. All right. Mars is about fueling your beliefs. Saturn is about rewriting your stories. Own your voice, lead your life. There you go. All right. And let's look at your tarot. So, your tarot, honey. Let's have a look. Ace of Pentacles. The universe is giving you a gift. The full moon asking you to keep your arms open to wonderful sources and streams of abundance in all forms, right? Whether that be abundance of money, love, relationships, security, opportunity, your arms need to be open to it. However, if you're still clinging onto old stories, then you haven't got space for inviting the new. So the full moon is about releasing, letting go of, all right, all the things we mentioned before, so you can then hold space for the new. That could be energetically, that could be physically too. You know, it could be clearing out your home, decluttering, clearing out your inbox, uh, blocking some people, all the things. You can call in all those fabulous new experiences. I love that for you. All right, so where are we? Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a huge, deeply spiritual full moon for you because it will be happening in your 12th house. This is about release. This is about closure. This is about alignment. This is about tapping into spirituality, making more time for you and your mental health, seeking wise counsel, journaling, meditation, tapping, downloads from the universe, sleeping, retreating. You might be low energy because the full moon is in the 12th. So you also might be very emotional, and also along with that over emotionalness, right? Sensitivity will be intuitiveness as well. So you could be having some really prolific dreams right now. Mars in the 8th house causing some strife when it comes to intimacy. All right, healing old wounds too. Okay, because Mars and Chiron are opposing each other. So this is about healing old wounds when it comes to security and self worth. Chiron's going to your second house. This is about healing your self worth stories. All right, Saturn in second house for you is also about laying firm foundations and knowing that you are enough, you are safe. All right, you can trust yourself because you are truly worthy and deserving. Let go. You are safe. All right. Um, what's holding you back? Let that shit go. Let that shit go. But write it down, burn it, tap on it. Your future self needs you to be fully present. So how can you do that? By allowing and releasing old versions of you which are no longer serving you. All right. So what's your card? Let's have a look. Oh, so of course, Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Look at that. Letting go of. I'm moving into happiness and joy. Letting go of old stories. Letting go. You've been really going through it. Just know that the worst is over and behind you. And the 12th house is a very emotional house. It's also to do with the mind too. So it's about releasing the script, releasing the narrative, and focusing on better thinking thoughts so you can manifest your absolute gorgeous best self. All right, you guys, I absolutely loved doing that for you. If you love that, I'd love if you share it with somebody, like it, subscribe, all of the things, because the more we can share this amazing energy, the more we can raise the vibration of the collective, which is an Aquarius thing to do. If you want a personal reading with me, hit me up. I love to read birth charts. As mentioned before, I do have a month waiting list. And also, I have just released my Decode Your Birth Chart astrology course where you can learn to read your own birth chart like a professional astrologer for yourself or for others. It's hours and hours of content. I've packed in all the things, houses, signs, moon signs, Venus signs, Saturn signs, North Node, chart examples. There's digital downloads, there's PDF guides, all the things. It's so juicy, so fabulous. It's currently on a pre-sale price. I'll leave all the links in the show note for you to get that so you can also manifest your best life too. I will catch you on the next video and I love you so much.